don't look so sad, Drunky.
According to the Surgeon General, women should not drink alcoholic beverages during pregnancy because of the risk of birth defects. 2. Consumption of alcoholic beverages impairs your ability to drive a car or operate machinery and may cause health problems. I didn't know that.
Didn't you? You shouldn't drink.
Thank God they put on these warning labels.
You shouldn't drink when you're pregnant, Jay.
I shouldn't. Or when I operate heavy machinery.
I got a text message. This makes for great,
Behind the scenes footage?
yeah, and not even that, just great footage. I'm sure people will be.
So some nerd can go, wow, Big Mike texts?
I'm sure.
I text too!
I'm sure people will be enthralled to watch me
Maybe
send and receive text messages.
Maybe he'll text me one day.
That would be so fun. Send me your phone number and I'll text you. You get a personalized text from actually me.
Alright, welcome to Big and Stupid Game Reviews. I'm Stupid Jay.
I'm Big Mike. Today we'll be reviewing Mortal Kombat.
The newest one, not any of the lame ones beforehand.
As you can see, that's why I put the covers up before.
I don't want anyone to think we're covering, any other Mortal Kombat but that one.
The Sega Genesis version of Mortal Kombat.
No, that would have been okay, actually.
Well, maybe we could do that. We'll do a retro review of the Sega Genesis version.
If I owned anything other than an Xbox or PS2. So, alright.
Okay.
Mortal Kombat, obviously the new release, and they did what they should have done years ago, and that was rebuild the whole damn franchise from the bottom up, including the story. Because if you ever followed the Mortal Kombat games like I did, you know that the stories got out of whack, the characters got out of whack, so finally everything started all over again. And the beauty of this fighting game, you have a nice long story mode.
Yes, because the most important part of a fighting game, obviously, is the story. Who cares about the story?
Well, like all Mortal Kombats, the stories are terrible. It's just, half the characters are goddamn lame and are goddamn fucking lame. Well, let's start about what we like, though, other than what's so goddamn lame about it.
Well,
and the first thing is, it looks great.
It does look great, but that's not what I love the most about it. The thing that I love the most about it is it's goddamn fun. There's nothing better than getting together with, 2, 4, 20 friends and just playing Mortal Kombat. There's nothing overly complicated about it. People who don't usually play fighting games can play it, and probably lose, but not, it's not like you're playing Blaze Blue or something that's, you have to be an expert at.
Or Street Fighter where you gotta know all the combos.
Yeah, no, it's a simple, basic, all the moves are easy, to do the X-rays is easy, to do the finishers is easy. Everything's written down for you if you want, if people don't mind you checking it, you can do everything. You don't need to be an expert. It's smooth. Everything that it's supposed to do, it does perfectly, and it does look excellent.
It does. There's a lot of variation in the levels, a lot of old school levels redone, and there's a lot of environmental fatalities, which are fantastic, and all the levels look great. All the characters, no matter how lame some of them are, even look good. I mean, and you can't complain about that. Yeah. And the controls too. The controls are really good. Especially if you want to get away from the Street Fighter quarter circles, half circles, toward down toward, it's all up, they're all straight up down and back and forth. Better D-pad if you have a PS3, obviously, but works just as fine for Xbox. But soundtrack decent. Nothing really sticks out to me, but it's not terrible. But I like the fact that I can play a story mode. I like that I can go through it. Gives you a good, almost a tutorial in a way of trying a lot of the different characters. And it's not super engaging, but it's still, it's cool, especially it's better than just a ladder. Okay, I'm going up a ladder. Okay, I'm going up the ladder again. Yeah. I'm now doing a tag team ladder.
Yeah, it's fine, but, it makes you play as Kung Lao. You have to be Nightwolf. You have to play as Striker.
I know what you're coming from. It's great to be striker. I know exactly what you mean. So, but another thing that I liked about this is tag. I like being you can do tag. It's cool to do with your friends. It's also cool to do by yourself or for online. And the beauty is I can choose. I don't have to do a tag if I want to, or I can do single if I want. So, but it's nice to have because you can do tag combos, tag maneuvers. So that's really cool. Newer to this game.
This game, yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah. But I mean, again, it's really nice to do, and I like that I can have a choice. Unlike Marvel vs. the Capcom games, where I have no choice but to have teams. You know, if I just want to be Sub-Zero and start kicking people's asses, great. But if I want to be Sub-Zero and Scorpion and kick some ass, I can do it that way too. And that's the beauty that I have the choice to do so.
He's not going to kick much ass as Sub-Zero.
Poor Sub-Zero. But
they really did screw Sub-Zero.
He really did. He really did.
He gets bitched out all the time.
Even in the main menu, he gets bitched out.
Yes.
So it's very unfortunate. Is there anything else good to pick out from this game?
I can't imagine that it looking great, playing great, and being fun. I can't imagine there's too much more. I mean, it's a fighting game, so you're not going to get anything groundbreaking. It's a Mortal Kombat game, so...
It's a fighting game that plays well, and that's the meat and potatoes, and that's what...
And just, you know, it has that same sort of first Mortal Kombat feel, where it can be brutally difficult at points, especially your boss battles, but that's sort of what you want.
Well, that's great. Let's get into that. Because I thought the boss battles are bullshit. You got Goro, Kitaro, and Shang Tsung. And
Shao Kahn.
Shao Kahn. And Shang Tsung, he's fine. He's hard, but he's not my real make of play is Shao Kahn, and whether you play Kitaro or Goro, it goes back and forth, is sometimes you can play those guys and get your way through them pretty decently. And then there are other times where they literally ignore the moves you're putting on them. You'll throw a fireball, and it'll hit the guy, and he basically ignores it, and then kicks your ass. Or there are times you throw the same fireball the same way, and he gets hit, and it affects him. That's retarded. You know, pick one. I don't. If he's gonna ignore my specials, fine. I know what I'm going at. But if I'm depending on doing a certain combo or certain special moves, and then he's ignoring them, that can. I'm already in my next move, preparing, and now not only did he already hit me once, now he's hit me 4 times because I just served myself on a platter for the son of a bitch.
Well, that's how Mortal Kombat games have traditionally been.
Unbalanced. They're always unbalanced with the characters. You could be in your second fight and barely win. Yeah. Because and
then when you're in your 6th fight, you get a perk.
And you could be playing on the easiest setting, and it can still be completely and absolutely off the wall with their fucking difficulty settings.
But the thing that I found was the strategies from Mortal Kombat 1 still work on Goro. If you jump kick, jump back, jump kick, jump back, jump back. It's the same exact thing how you beat Goro in the first Mortal Kombat. Shao Kahn, you spam your... If you spam your
specialty move,
your special fireball, gas ball, spirit ball, everybody throws something. So all you got to do is spam that, and you've beaten Shao Kahn. I just gave you the secret to beating Mortal Kombat, so you're welcome.
Unless you do it on harder difficulties.
Even in the harder difficulties, I did it in hard, and Shao Kahn, it just takes longer to kill. All you have to do is, when he throws that spear, you just have to make sure you duck it, because that thing takes like a quarter of your energy.
I mean, he's hard, and I want him to be hard. He's the fucking boss.
Yeah.
He's the ruler of an entire realm.
Yes.
I expect him to be hard.
Yes.
But, there are times where I'm just like, are you kidding me? You're just going to ignore and brush off, what I'm doing. I understand I'm not as powerful as this character, but again, there are times where I can play him no problem, and then there are times where I can't. And it just doesn't seem to be consistent. And to me, that's a problem. I expect it to be more consistent.
Yeah.
So, let's get into these X-rays and these fatalities, because I know you love them, and I love them as well, and anyone who plays Mortal Kombat loves them.
Yeah.
But there are times where it does irritate me, because there are times where some of the fatalities, I'm not going to spoil anything like our original Mortal Kombat, where I spoiled everything.
Yes.
So
You were drinking a lot.
I drank a lot, so it's unusual, but it happens. And some of the fatalities just seem like they were quick, like just kind of like, well, let's just do it this, and you're like, really? That wasn't very brutal, and that wasn't, or it's like that's kind of hokey, And same with the X-rays. There's basically 2 different types of X-rays: 2-hit X-rays, 3-hit X-rays. And I know how you feel about them, but I feel every 2-hit X-ray feels incomplete. It feels like it needs that extra oomph to finish it off, and that bothers me.
I think as long as something's getting stabbed into the other character's eyes, that's a good X-ray. But the thing is, the other thing about the X-rays is they're pretty long. Like, when you're playing a match, especially if you're doing a ladder, you're usually doing the X-ray 1 or 2 times per match. And after a while, once you get up to the 9th fight, it's like, all right, hit the triggers, and you know how much damage it does, so you're going to do it. But it's like, after a while, it's like, all right, I get the point.
Yeah, which is another reason why it'd be nice if characters also had an unlockable X-ray, like they have an unlockable series of fatalities.
Yeah.
So this way, I can switch up my fatality, I can switch up my X-ray. Obviously you don't have to even use your X-ray because you can use those for, breakers and other things too. But if you're a guy who doesn't use them, like us obviously, and you just like the X-ray, it's cool. But again, the ones with the 3 hits seem more brutal, and I prefer them, and the 2 hits I seem like I'm missing out. Just like some of the fatalities, which just seem kind of lame. Where I'm like, that wasn't very thought out.
That's always sort of been Mortal Kombat's thing too. It's like you get a couple of special ones, and then,
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Kung Lao has the best one.
No. The dragon?
That's Liu Kang. Kung Lao, where he
that's it. Yeah,
that one in noobs are
anything
where somebody gets ripped in half and then the 2 halves get held up.
Yeah, but they go through groins, and that's what makes it extra brutal. Yeah. And I literally shivered the first time I saw Kung Lao. Yeah, like I was like, yeah, that was great.
So yeah, I mean, there's not much you can say about Mortal Kombat. Like Mortal Kombat, you like this one. If you don't like Mortal Kombat, you're probably not going to like it because it's just Mortal Kombat with a paint job.
Yeah, but again, it's a fighter. You're only going to get so much replay out of it by yourself, which is why there's online. And online, I really do not like. I don't think the ranking is very well done, and you're going to wait. You're going to wait in them lobbies. Yeah. You're going to wait longer than most games. In Street Fighter, I can get in within a minute. If playing, what's another fighter? Marvel vs. Capcom 3, you hardly have to wait at all.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I have a hard time believing Mortal Kombat doesn't have a bigger following than, Street Fighter. I mean, yeah, but Marvel vs. Capcom 3, which is a more specialized fighting game, that those lobbies should be a lot quicker, and there's a lot of game modes. But I'm trying to do a quick match, and quick match can take up to 5 to 10 minutes for them to find me a ranked competitor.
Yeah,
and ranked is someone who's a lot better than me.
Yeah, I don't play online except with friends because the people who play fighting games online are really good at fighting games, and I'm a casual fighting game player. I like to have fun. I'm not super competitive at fighting games.
Yeah.
So it's not fun for me to play online with jackass 13-year-olds who have nothing else to do but play Mortal Kombat.
Well, this is a good thing to point out too, is that we don't really play online at all, unless it's co-op and something we both have, or one of our other friends might have. But we do that for these reviews to give it a more fair review as well. So I'm not saying the online is bad, but I am saying expect to wait. And
yeah, you have to wait.
And you better be good, because the ranked I don't think works very well. And again, I don't like playing online. I did it for you. Even though you, right there, I don't like you. But I did it for you anyway.
He's right. He doesn't like you very much.
So, Mortal Kombat, is it worth your $60? Depends how much you like fighting games. Because again, you're only going to get so much replay. They are giving you DLC with 4 new DLC characters, which is cool. You do have the crypt. You can unlock a lot of things, so there's a lot of replay value there. The story's long. I'm going to say 10 hours.
The story's long.
maybe
Not great, but it's long.
No, but Mortal Kombat, a lot of lame characters, a lot of lame mini stories, a lot of lame endings. But if you have a lot of parties, you have a lot of friends over, you just like to play fighting games a lot with your friends, it's totally worth your $60.
That's how much you get out of it depends on how many friends you have.
Well, even by yourself, opening up the crypt and going through with everybody, you are gonna play it a lot.
Yeah.
You really are. But if you're someone like me who you only play them in spurts, probably not worth your money. Probably worth $40 used. You know what I mean? Because it doesn't really come with anything. It doesn't come with any combat codes or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
So, and right now with the DLCs, there's some really cool characters to download, and they even do the free compatibility packs where they give you free costumes, free alternate costumes. They just give them to you.
Yeah.
So
that is the thing, though, about buying it used. It does have one of those combat codes.
did that come with all?
Yes.
I thought that was just special editions.
No.
That's incorrect.
You have to buy another code if you buy it used.
Oh, the Mortal Kombat.
You can't
Combat
play
Pass.
it. You can't play it online. So if you're going to
Play it online.
If you're going to play it online, either buy it new, or you're going to have to buy a code so that you can play it online.
And I think the code's $10.
Yeah. So, I mean, a lot of places that sell games used will knock the price of the used game down, so that it's pretty much the same as buying it regular, because you have to buy the pass. But you may as well just buy it new because you'll get the code. And I think it's stupid that you have to buy a code, that you have to have a code to play it online. But that's how it's going, so you sort of have to live with it. But if you're gonna play it with the people sitting in your living room, buy it used. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, it's easily if you want fighters, the only ones you need in your collection is Mortal Kombat and Super Street Fighter 4.
Marvel vs. Capcom 2.
3.
2.
3.
2.
3.
2.
3.
2.
3.
2.
2.
Buy Mortal Kombat and Marvel vs. Capcom 2 on Dreamcast if you have the option.
Let's go out and buy new systems while we're at it.
Oh yeah, new systems, the Sega Dreamcast.
And even brand new. I mean, now you have to go out and buy another system for one game.
You should have a Dreamcast anyway. We just totally got off topic. So the end the Mortal Kombat review. Mortal Kombat's great. Buy it if you have friends. If you're not, you may as well just.
And it's a fighter. Don't expect a lot.
Yeah.
That way. But if you just want to kick people in the face, and you want to break some limbs and blow people up, it's your game.
Absolutely.
See you next time.
Have a great day, Internet.